refined. Dots and dashes, your grace pure. Jackie O'Neill.
Welcome to another edition of Dirty Laundry. It's Joey Clifton.
And Meatball.
And we're back. We're not dead. We're still here.
No, definitely not dead.
Eventually, we'll get this live on YouTube and take callers.
Right.
That'll be fun.
Definitely.
So we missed a lot in the last month.
Did we?
Yeah, somebody drove through the dog park.
Ah.
Brand new dog park. That didn't last very long, did it?
Maybe they thought it was a drive-thru.
No, but the funny thing was everybody online was like, how could somebody do that? Don't they care? You know, it's like it was an accident. Whether they were drunk or whatever, you could clearly see that nobody intentionally drives their vehicle into a dog park to be malicious.
I don't know. This is Meriden, though.
But the good news is they fixed it very quickly, and it's all back and good. Bring your pups.
Thank you, Mayor Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin had something to do with that, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure. And I heard a rumor.
What rumor?
Road to the dog park, Gracie,
Mm-hmm.
will get a new coat of pavement this summer.
Ooh, this is going to be a smooth ride to the dog park.
Oh, it's going to be a racetrack, but hey, at least there won't be bumps.
Yeah?
Panhandlers. Let's get into it.
What about them?
Your thoughts.
They make me feel uncomfortable.
Apparently, they make everybody feel uncomfortable. They do make you feel uncomfortable. I try not to make eye contact.
The city should do something about it and arrest them and put them in jail.
Yeah. No, I like the other ones that they keep saying, well, you know, I guess it's a freedom of speech issue and the police won't really enforce it because then you're infringing on their freedom of speech and blah, blah, blah. And people are like, well, you know, change the law and add it onto the books, give them a fine. If they're homeless, how are they going to pay the $70 fine?
And that's the real reason police is not doing anything about it. Police could care less about your freedom of speech.
No. And you know what? And it's actually, I think, the reason why people get uncomfortable when they're there.
Uh-huh.
I really think it's because you don't know whether they're really homeless or they're scammers.
Who cares what they are?
Well,
if you don't want to give any money, don't give any money. If you want to give some money, give some money. Move along. Don't cry about it. Don't make a big case on Facebook about it.
Well, everybody always, I saw this one, pulled out a cell phone. How could he afford his cell phone? And these two got in their car. They parked their car over there.
Who cares? Move along.
Yeah, but the fact is, if they're standing outside in the freezing cold, in the snow, in the rain, begging for money, regardless of whether they have a phone or
Obama
a car,
phone.
They're obviously in a much worse situation than the rest of us.
Right.
You know, Middletown, I think, not Middletown. Middletown has the law where they can't do it. They can't ask for money. There's another town in Connecticut that actually made a law where the people that give money will get the ticket.
All right.
Because then if the panhandlers realize, hey, nobody's going to give us money because they're going to get a ticket, then they kind of move along.
That's another way of dealing with it.
Why doesn't the city have some type of a program where go around and you gather them all together and figure out why they're in the situation they're in and point them in the right direction of programs?
The Meriden Green.
The Meriden Green. Underneath the bridge, there'll be trolls.
Right.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, all right, at Main Street and Broad Street, you've got the one guy over by the monuments that I guess people are saying that he actually gets a little violent and yells at people, which I've never seen. I've never had somebody yell at me or anything like that. You have another guy at that same intersection. Then you have the one, I think sometimes there's one over by the Pratt Street entrance there by 691.
Could be.
There's definitely the one down in Wallingford by the Sonic, when you get off the Merritt there.
I thought that one was gone already.
No, they're usually there. That's usually a woman or sometimes it's a couple. I think they're the ones with the car. Then you have the one on East Main Street right by 91. We saw that one today. Why don't, they're the same people all the time and they're always in the same spot. They're like food trucks. Like that's their territory. Why doesn't somebody go around and say, look, why are you in this situation? How did you get here? And what can we do besides giving you money? What can we do to help you? Now that's going to weed out the people that want the money for the alcohol or for the drugs or whatever else.
Right.
Why? There's got to be a program for that. The YMCA has a ton of programs for kids. Why
probably is, but you're assuming these people are healthy and their mind is clear and they can make all the right decisions. Maybe they're a little sick. Maybe they need, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of them are in the shelters because somebody had said that they're not there between certain times.
I'm sure.
And somebody else answered, well, because those times, once you go to a shelter, you're locked in kind of for the night.
And then kick you out in the morning, I believe.
Right. So those are the hours. So I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a fix that makes everybody happy. And I'm not talking about the people that feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think the problem is, at least from my perspective, it's not the panhandlers, it's how people react to those panhandlers. Why is the first go-to is like, they got to be arrested, they got to put in jail.
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to solve anything.
I mean, let's face it, it's a crappy look for Meriden. I mean, Meriden's fighting for its...
oh, no.
For the way it appears. And if you're not from here and you come here and that's the first thing you see, yeah, I mean, I understand. I get it. I don't like it either.
All it takes is to just drive by Meriden and you can see what Meriden really is.
Right, but these people don't deserve to be locked up.
No.
I mean, come on. That's just more taxpayer money when you do it that way.
Exactly, and then you got to feed them when they're in the lockup.
Yeah.
And house them, basically.
I mean, in Philly, at least there's a lot of them on Roosevelt Avenue, North Philly,
right,
on Route 1 and almost every intersection. But they're selling water, they're selling soda, they're selling... I mean, there's been plenty of times where I've bought a soda from homeless people on the corner because it was hot. My air didn't work.
Meriden tax assessor will be trying to get taxes from him.
Well, maybe that's the way to go. But even in the city, like you drive around the Bronx and you see them, and but they're the guys that wash your windows.
Yeah,
they work their asses off.
Yeah,
I mean, in the hot summer heat, and they're out there busting. Washing window. I mean, they're working probably harder than some of us work.
Yeah, but my question is, if I was homeless, I would move somewhere warmer, not stand in Meriden on the corner.
Oh yeah, I would. I was torn between San Diego and Miami, but San Diego doesn't rain enough and the water's too cold. Mm-hmm. So how would you take a bath? So I think Miami is the way to go because every day you'll get a fresh bath when it rains, and the water's warm enough.
Right.
You live on the beach. Yeah, not here.
No, but we get the train though. We get the transportation.
Well, yeah, I guess if they buy a ticket, they can ride that all day, right?
Ticket?
Up, back, Springfield, New Haven,
freight train,
New Haven. Oh, the freight train.
Yeah.
Oh, like the hobos with the stick in the bag.
Yep. And the bundle.
Yeah. So
different kind of bundle though.
Well, that's my thought on the panhandlers. Yeah, it's uncomfortable for some people, and you don't want to make eye contact, and it's a bad look. But find a reason. Find a remedy, right, and a solution that doesn't mean giving somebody who has no money a ticket or arresting them.
Stop complaining.
Yeah. Well, no, do something about it. No,
the people are not going to get off Facebook. They're going to complain on Facebook all day long, but they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. Well, that's like the building falling down across the street here.
Yeah.
That abandoned building, the real Art Deco, used to be Stylex, Stytex, something like that.
Here at Colony?
Yeah, it was a bra company back in the day.
Ooh.
It was a really cool building. A couple guys bought it from Brooklyn, and you're just sitting on it, and it's falling down. The roof was leaking, and it was leaking out onto the sidewalk, so all winter long the sidewalk was ice. So the city got Macri Roofing to go up there and fix the roof and charge the owners, whether they ever pay or not. The problem is they can't get them for abandonment because they're paying their taxes.
Yeah.
Who are we to say, hey, you need to have a business in there? If they're paying their taxes, it's not abandonment. So now I think they got them on the blight law. So I think they're getting a daily fine because the building's literally falling down. They put cones out there now so you don't get hit in the head with plaster or concrete or anything like that. It's a shame, though. It's a really cool building. I heard a rumor that, dare I say it, MHA may be looking at it for some type of mixed use. I don't know.
I'm sure MHA is a business, and they looking for anything to increase their stronghold on Meriden.
Just more of the same, I guess. You know what's new?
What's new?
Dollar General.
Oh,
another thing that everybody was complaining about. On Broad Street. Well, it's going to be coming soon, and I guess they got the okay to tear down 2 houses over by the new CVS across the street there. And people were like, oh, they're such beautiful houses, and you keep tearing them down to put something like just another crappy dollar store or whatever. First of all, Dollar General has nothing in it for $1, I don't think.
But Dollar General is a Meriden kind of store.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a reason why Dollar General, a corporation, wants to come
Right.
here and build, because here's the clientele, and they know that they're gonna do good here.
Exactly.
You know, Dollar General might not, go to West Hartford.
Are those houses really pretty though?
They're just average houses. I mean, that part of Broad Street, I think people generally take
Again,
care of their
people need to shut the
houses.
hell up.
Yeah. I mean, I got to admit, the CVS looks 10 times better there than whatever was there before.
The classical building, the
Yeah.
antique building.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what was there, but I don't even remember. I mean, it seems
a-
like CVS has been there forever.
I think there was a bar and a tattoo.
Oh,
parlor.
yeah. And the laundromat.
Some
There was a
shady.
cafe.
It
and-
just looked bleh.
Yeah, it was all run down. I
Classical, not rundown.
a lot of people are against corporations, and a lot of people are. I mean, I don't care for corporations, but I like the way it looks a hell of a lot better. I mean, we're really just taking Route 5 from Wallingford and extending it up to
Right.
Meriden, and
It's gonna be a new building, new plaza, whatever. Dollar General or whatever other business. At least it's gonna be something new, different, and it will relieve some of our taxes.
yeah. And then the other one is Tacos Mi Nachos. They bought the house right behind the parking lot, and then they have the lot behind that. So they're going for approval to be able to knock down that house and basically build a new plaza, because that's the worst parking lot in Meriden, I think,
Yes, it is.
at Tacos Mi Nachos. And they
So
do,
tight.
They do great business, so that'll be another little plaza going up there. I don't know if it's going to be a plaza just for Tacos Mi Nachos or if there's going to be other things in there, but either way, looks better than what's there now. That house is fallen down.
Yeah.
There's an empty lot next to it.
Do you think they filed some kind of plan with the city of Meriden that we can look up and see?
I don't know. I'm sure you can
I heard
find it somewhere.
Huxley's filled out a.
Well, Huxley's is another. That brings us to this week's Dirty Laundry.
Woohoo!
Dirty Laundry.
Yeah. So Huxley, I mean, first of all, East Main Street is looking really good now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things going. The new Ion Bank they're going to be building soon. They're working on that. Huxley's, Tiano's. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
But Huxley's is moving across the street. That building was built to be a sports bar, and something happened. The sports bar fell out, or I don't really know the details of why, but Huxley's jumped on it, and what a great move for them, because,
Yeah.
I mean, I love Huxley's for breakfast. I mean, it's really good. It's just the place is falling apart. The roof, the booths are
Well, it's
all
old.
peeling.
That's a good service, and they're really quick too.
Oh, yeah. No, it's excellent. Be better, but our dirty laundry. So a little birdie told me
What did a little birdie tell you?
that Huxley's went for a building permit
Uh-huh.
to put in the hood for the kitchen,
Yep.
right? And everybody reviewed the plan, the building department, I guess the fire marshal, whoever else,
Needs to approve it.
right? Everything was cool, all signed off. Huxley spent thousands and thousands of dollars on the hood and the system, got it installed, ready to go, ready to open April 1st. Fire marshal, I believe, it could be building. I think it was the fire. Walked in and said, no, this is all wrong. You got to take it down.
Right.
They got to take it down, redo it. Huxley's is still not open yet. I mean, their old location is, but we're talking a couple weeks now. What are they doing?
But the building's almost finished. The parking lot's clean.
Oh,
nice.
it's been done. But what is Meriden doing? They're doing this left and right. I'm hearing from even the downtown coffee shop. She's got. I mean, well, I'll get into that later. My speaking at the city council meeting on that. But again, it's the same thing. She wants to put a hood up so she could offer her customers more types of food and better her business.
and better Meriden downtown.
And they're giving her a hard time about it. The city has to be more business friendly. I mean, what are you doing? Yeah, Huxley's, you know how much it costs to put a hood and get that all installed? They did it the right way. They got their permits. They got the okay. And now they have to spend the money to take it down and move it over however many inches or whatever the reason is.
Right.
And put it back up again. Like, there's got to be something that... And people are wondering why you don't get, businesses to move in down here. All you're going to get is corporations because they're the ones that have the money, that they don't care if you make them move a hood. They just take it from their corporate money and
Right.
do it again. But mom and pop stores can't do that. You'll put them out of business.
But there's no corporations moving in here.
Well, Dollar General.
They don't have a hood.
No, I know they don't have a hood.
They're
Well,
moving into the hood.
But CVS moved in. I know they don't have a hood either. They have a pharmacy though. But you know what I mean, though.
Exactly.
You gotta look. I'm all for fire laws. Are there to protect everybody. They're there to protect the customers. They're there to protect your investment in your building. I get it, but work with people. Don't just go in there and say, oh no, this is all wrong. Even though we said it was okay and we told you to go ahead and do it, and now you got to redo it again. Like, find a better solution and work with people.
Why would City Hall? What's their incentive to work with small businesses? They're gonna get their taxes either way.
Yeah. Well, because
More small businesses, more pain in the butt.
Because
they got more inspections. More,
but
more
if
stuff.
they don't work with small businesses, the small businesses will leave, and you'll have more vacant property here.
That has already happened.
Yeah, and it's continuing to happen.
That's where the city is at the moment.
Yeah, Mr. Taco should be open any day now over by Pratt Street.
That took him a little while.
Yeah. Again, they were having problems with the city, is from what I understand. I don't know the particulars. I don't know exactly what was going on, but again, the city was giving them problems. That's what I heard.
What was there before in that location?
I don't know. Well, Big M Liquors owns the building,
Oh, okay.
so he might have just used it for storage. I don't really know.
So it's like a restaurant replacing a restaurant.
No, I don't think there was.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a restaurant there. It's a really nice looking building.
Yeah. Speaking of restaurants, Tiano's open.
Finally, he's a funny one there, huh? The guy
That's
who posts
entertaining,
on
yeah.
what's his name that posts on Facebook?
I have no idea.
I don't know whether that's not Van, right? The chef
No,
from
no,
Hell's
no.
Kitchen. It's the actual owner. from
I think
Tiano.
so. Dave or Ben or Bill.
Mr. Tiano.
Mr. Tiano. Mr. T.
Yeah. No, but yeah, he's I look forward to when he kind of goes off on a Facebook post, because he goes off, but it's pretty funny. He's got a strange personality.
That's a good advertisement. It keeps your attention.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there until they have the steak, which I heard is gonna be fall.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll have it sooner. I mean, I guess I'll check it out before then. They were opening in stages. I guess they ran out of food, and he's a pretty good genius though, because I guess he went kind of through and explained that as a barbecue place, you want to run out of food because you don't want food left over, because you can't really serve it the next day because the quality isn't the same, which is great. And, everybody's been waiting for so long that the anticipation built. And I guess apparently he did like 700 people in the first couple of days. And
That's great.
yeah. My question is, would that work downtown? So in other words, let's look at it this way. Take Tiano's, exactly how everything's gone up until this point. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, to the point where they open. Okay. Take that same exact situation, put them downtown, give them a parking lot. Okay. So let's say that same exact building, same situation, the Hell's Kitchen, all of that stuff, the anticipation of building, whatever. But the only difference is the building is located in downtown and they have their own parking lot. Would it be as successful? Would people drive downtown to go to that business?
I think initially they would, because they always do. But eventually I think it would just wean off.
Yeah.
Unless there was some other supporting businesses around it that would attract people's attention. So, hey, we're going to go eat.
Yeah.
We're going to go shop. So you got to bundle it.
right.
That's my belief.
But you think it would work initially?
Yeah, initially, yes.
Because that's what everybody keeps saying. They're waiting for that one, fine dining restaurant or bar or whatever to open up. And it's
But we can't even judge Tiano's right now.
No.
Because they're just open.
Yeah,
So-
but I think people feel nostalgic about that property because it used to be Jacoby's and people
Yeah.
used to go there for steak and they loved it. So I think people are very happy about something similar. I get, not that it's similar, but along those lines, a nice restaurant opening up on the same property. So it's kind of like nostalgic, I guess. I don't know. I was just curious whether that would work in downtown. Because you know what's coming up, where you actually have a say in what's going on with the city and the layout and downtown. You can voice your opinion.
Yeah, you can speak.
The public workshop, the POCD, and I just learned what this was: Plan of Conservation and Development.
The 10-year thing.
Yeah, so the city does basically a blueprint for the next 10 years, and they invite everybody down. It's going to be at the Board of Ed Thursday, April 11th from 7 to 9. Everybody is invited to go down there and basically give your input on economic, social, fiscal, environmental, physical, you name it. you get to give your input. Art
I do?
Petroselli gets to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets to go. And you were looking, right, at the plan from the last 10 years?
Yes.
And how accurate was everything that was on there 10 years ago to now?
I was more interested in demographics, just knowing about the city. And there was a lot of information. There were a lot of graphs, a lot of good stuff. And all the plans for the downtown, I believe, were there. And they're kind of slowly being realized.
Right. And I mean, did they have like the green on there?
Yeah.
Did they have 24 Colony on there? Did they have the
I believe
Commons
so.
on there?
Yeah, I just thumbed through it. But it's definitely something everyone should look through, just to familiarize yourself with the city.
All right. So everybody that was blaming Juliet from economic development for all of the public housing and all of this stuff that was on.
Pre-Juliet, pretty much.
This was a plan that was formed 10 years ago with the POCD that
Correct.
all of the citizens got to give their input on.
Citizens didn't care.
And everything pretty much was accurate, and it took 10 years to do.
Right.
So they do this every 10 years. So now it's time for a new 10-year plan.
And that scale, 10 years is not really a long time.
No, not at all. Not at all. But, I mean, hey, the people that are complaining and bitching all the time, there's your shot to go down there and...
I'm going to be serving Henny Colados in the back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That'll be good. In your purse?
Yeah. My fanny pack.
Yeah, so Juliet is gone. I know a lot of people didn't like her. I know a lot of people did like her. She was always good to us, and really, she was my liaison to downtown,
I don't think
to the City Hall.
I don't think people knew what she did. So
Oh no, she stole money because her husband went to college with the city whatever, and they're in cahoots, and they had somebody build a building and got
all right,
a kickback.
all right.
And
If anyone has proof of that, please send it to our email.
proof that they went to college together, it's right here.
Yeah, any of that, any of that blah 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 that everyone's spreading about.
Yeah, nobody. Do I agree with the 10-year plan that they did? But probably not.
Yeah, but John Doe that sits at home and whines on Facebook wouldn't know how city operates up.
Yeah.
And they'll be the first one to complain about the development's not doing anything because I don't see anything developing.
Right. Well, one of the ways the city works, the tolls, the ceremonial vote.
Please.
So, all right, who actually wants tolls? Well, the Republicans say the Democrats want it, and the Democrats say the Republicans. I don't want tolls. Do you?
No, nobody
Okay.
does.
Do you think anybody in City Hall wants tolls?
No.
Okay. So the city council met on Monday.
Sure. A couple days ago. The
couple
other day.
days ago. Right. And the big thing was tolls. We got to have a vote for no tolls.
Like Meriden doesn't have any other problems. We're going to waste time talking about something that really doesn't do anything.
Okay, so, Castro got up there and said, I'm not going to vote on something that really isn't even a thing yet.
Right.
Like, it's not, nobody at the state capitol voted on it. The House didn't vote on it. The Senate didn't vote on it. And even if they did vote on it, we have nothing to do with that.
Correct.
So why? Yeah, he said we didn't have enough information. So everybody was piling on that. Oh, how much information do you need? It's going to cost us money. But what he was saying was, and most of, a lot of guys there on the council, what was the point of voting on something that isn't a thing? Wait for it to be a thing, and wait for it to affect us, and then have a vote. And
I think the city council should go back in there in the chamber and vote against global warming.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, okay, what's the ceremonial vote going to do? Oh, well, Walcott just did it, and Southington just did it. See, they're all standing together. Okay, they're standing together, but for
What?
it doesn't mean anything. It's not a thing yet, and local government has no control over that. The mayor said something awesome, and he said, originally the original plan was they were going to have tolls on 691. Okay,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that anymore. So Meriden itself isn't going to have any tolls.
Right.
Now, I understand if Meriden was going to have a toll within its city limits, okay, now the city council has a reason to vote and a reason to do stuff.
Which still wouldn't matter anyway.
It still wouldn't matter anyways. I mean, I understand what the public wants. If these guys would have all gotten together and just told everybody that was there at the city council meeting, look, none of us want tolls, but we're not going to vote on it because it's a waste of time.
Right.
That would have been one thing. But they didn't do that. They gave all these other reasons why they weren't going to vote. So then the next day on Facebook, all you see is Democrats are all for tolls. They all want it. Well, I was there at the meeting, and not one of them said that they wanted it. It's just, and you talk about fake news. Well, you're putting fake news out there because people just read headlines. They don't read the story. They don't do the research. So you look at that Facebook post.
Let's do the
Democrats
research for
want
them.
tolls, and it's not true.
Let's do the research for them. They're all complaining about that. City council had more questions about the tolls and all that stuff. Of course, there will be questions. The state is in a hole. They need money. If not the tolls, then that money's gonna come from somewhere else.
Well, and that was one of the councilors. I'm not sure if it was Burnett or somebody said that same exact thing.
Right.
Why are you going to make me vote no on tolls? And then that money has to come from somewhere else. And without knowing what the alternative is, that something else may affect Meriden 10 times worse than a toll that's not even in our town.
Right.
Which, I mean, everybody made sense there. And I got to say, I really enjoyed this week's city council meeting because they were kind of all over the place with stuff, but they wasted so much time with the tolls because it doesn't even matter.
But
You're going to get tolls no matter what. Connecticut's
Right.
going to get them. We're all going to get charged. Move on. I'm from Jersey. I lived my whole life with tolls, and you have no recourse for it.
Right, and if it's not tolls, it's going to be something else. It's going to be car taxes,
Right.
Fuel taxes, or whatever.
Oh,
so it's going to come from somewhere.
Yeah, they're going to tax. Jersey just taxed the rainwater.
What?
Yeah, the rainwater. There's a
How?
rainwater tax. If you have a gravel driveway,
Uh-huh.
the water, when it rains, it could seep through. You're good to go. If you have a paved driveway, you're going to get a rain tax in Jersey because in the wintertime, you put salt down to keep the ice from, and the snow.
Okay.
And then it rains or whatever, or it melts away, and it all goes into the sewer system, and the sewer system gets clogged. So anybody with a non-permeable driveway or even a plaza that has a parking lot is going to get a rain tax.
Don't give the city any ideas.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy. People just need to come down and do their research and stop going with the emotions and go with the logic.
Yeah, so I spoke at the city council meeting.
Uh-huh.
I didn't plan on it. Just kind of happened.
What happened?
Kind of spur of the moment.
You were bored and you just decided to spice it up a little bit?
Well, no. What they were going to do was, so at first I heard of it, and then it was in the paper the next day. The city golf course, they want to approve financing for a banquet hall
Oh, I read that.
on
That
the
was
golf
great.
course. The city giving it to a business. Here,
Well,
let me build it.
All right.
All right. I understand it's not going to cost the city a dime. Okay, they're going to get
It
out
will.
of $800,000.
No.
Half of it is going to be a grant, and the other half is, I believe, coming out of the profits of the golf course.
There's no free money.
But I don't know what that money is normally used for. Look, the golf course deserves to have the banquet hall. They're going to do great business there.
No, they won't.
Well, they will because
They won't.
it's that type of people that the people that go and play golf are
They
the same
won't.
people that will go to a corporate event and,
I'll tell you why.
why?
So I don't own the Silver City Ballroom. I'm just a citizen taxpayer in Meriden.
Right.
I read that article. It said it's going to cost $800,000 to build the banquet hall.
Right.
Half of it coming from somewhere, which is obviously taxpayer money as well.
I don't think so.
It might not be Meriden taxpayer, but just everyone taxpayer. It's a
Okay.
grant.
Oh,
It's
well,
a
a grant.
It's coming
Yeah,
from
okay.
somewhere, right?
Okay.
And they said they're gonna make what 700, almost 700 in revenues.
Oh, over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Right.
Revenues are not profits.
No.
So what's the break-even time for that banquet hall for the city of Meriden?
Well, I don't think it matters. I think what they
It does
want
matter.
is they
It's
just
investment.
Well, they want to draw more people to Meriden. The thing is, worry about the businesses that are already downtown and struggling. You're
right.
The Chamber of Commerce.
Uh-huh.
He goes in there and says, well, it'd be great to bring all these people to Meriden or whatever. He says Meriden needs a wow factor.
Wow.
Have you seen the ballroom? Meriden has a wow factor. You just don't
Have you
use it or
seen
whatever.
the location of the golf course?
Yeah, it's on the outskirts. It's almost Berlin, isn't it? It's on the
Cromwell
outskirts.
somewhere there, and it's right next to the highway. So people are gonna hop off and hop on. They're not gonna go downtown Meriden
Oh
just
no,
because they play
but
golf.
but they said these people are going to come to the golf course to go to
The
a
only
corporate
people-
event, and they're gonna stay in our hotels when
No.
they go, and they're gonna eat in our restaurants, and
The only people that are gonna go to the golf course that already go there are like the city council and all the
Yeah.
big wigs from the city.
yeah.
They're already here.
Yeah.
They just go there to schmooze and play golf.
No, I'm
And now they need some kind of big banquet hall to do their parties.
I'm all for the golf course having a banquet hall.
No.
Okay, I'm not for the city paying for it and building it.
And having a
And
private
then-
business operate
and
it.
then handing it off to the private business that's already there on site and charging them a little bit more for rent.
Yeah, but Augusta Cordes is one of our the banquet hall right there.
Yeah.
If you guys want to have a banquet hall, you have one across from City Hall already.
Yeah.
And how's that working out for the city?
I have no idea. We went through that whole Augusta thing, and actually one of the ladies just called me from there, and she said I got my facts wrong, because when I was speaking at the city council, I went up there to talk about our art event.
Right.
And the Renaissance event that we do the last Thursday of every month. And I went up there to ask the city council to support downtown businesses, and because the only people that have come, Mike Rohde comes to everything I do. Miguel Castro came. The people from Making Meriden are working with me on that. Nobody from city council. We're trying to raise money for art in downtown. Okay. Yeah, we're making a profit. I hope if hundreds of people come.
Yeah.
But half of that profit is going to be given back to the city, and I'm still paying taxes on that. I'm not a nonprofit. I'm giving that to an artist to paint a mural or whatever. And my whole point of speaking was to have some support for what we're trying to do here.
Right. And my point as a taxpayer living in Meriden, what is the break even for this banquet hall at the golf course?
I don't know.
I want to know from council or the finance committee. It's definitely not 20 years. It's definitely not 40 years.
Yeah. Well, going back to the Augusta. So I had brought up the Augusta at the council.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, look, what really got me upset was everybody in the newspaper that was quoted.
Right.
I think Kuhn was quoted in there. Sean Moore was quoted in there. A bunch of people. And everybody was like, Meriden needs this. They need it. They need the wow factor. And we need to bring people to this town. And we need the Okay, well, you already have two. I want them to have a banquet hall there. I think it would be great for the golf course to do. I just don't want the city building it, spending money on it, and handing it off to a business and just charging them a little bit more rent.
What percentage?
That's what you got at the Augustus right now.
What percentage of Meriden taxpayers even use the golf course? Or they even know about the golf course in Meriden?
I don't know. I can't afford to go play golf. Why would I? It's boring. It's a waste of real estate.
Who from Meriden goes there?
It's a waste of real estate, golf.
Put condominiums there.
It's a moneymaker is what it is.
Kevin, please put condominiums on the golf course.
Like the big Travelers tournament and stuff like that, that's big money there. I'm not saying that Meriden, I don't know what we make from the golf course, and maybe it just breaks even. Who knows?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't? It loses money?
Right.
Does it? A lot?
Yeah.
Oh, and who pays for that?
Taxpayers.
Oh, we do. Okay. Just like we pay the utilities at the Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
But, that was, again, somebody had called me from the Augusta and basically told me I had my facts wrong at the city council meeting. And I explained to her that, I didn't plan on talking about this, but I believe my facts are right.
Where did your facts come from?
The Record Journal article from last year or whatever, that really spelled it out. And what I got wrong was I said two things wrong, apparently.
Okay.
One thing I said was that they don't do anything cultural there.
Okay? They do?
Well, she corrected me. They have some type of Augusta Curtis band that practices. They have a mariachi something.
And yoga.
Yeah, they have yoga coming up there. There's,
cultural yoga.
Some type of a hip-hop concert. They do the Twilight Music Series. They work with them to have those summer nights, the hot summer night
So you're competing with them because you do cultural things too. The Yule Fest, that's cultural.
I don't see us as competing at all.
I'm just kidding.
It's two different...
That was a joke.
I know. We do, our businesses cross over, and I would love to work with them. And she was very nice with me on the phone and said, I could put my cards there and everything else. But the fact of the matter is, okay, so I apologized for not, for saying that the Augusta doesn't do any cultural events.
What was the second
Apparently
thing?
they do. The second thing, I got my percentages wrong. I said 80-20, and I was corrected. It was
79-21.
79-21. So basically, what happens is if you book your wedding there or your event there, okay, you're booking it through the YMCA, and the YMCA gets to keep 79% of that, and the board of directors for the Augusta, which is the city, gets the other. What did I say?
Well, no, you can't say the board is the city. I think there's three different entities, really.
Okay.
The board is kind of separate from the city, but city maybe sanctioned.
Well, anyway, we went back and forth a little bit about what profit is and what profit. The fact of the matter is, the YMCA got this beautiful building, the Augusta Curtis Center, and they get to run it. Yeah, there's strict rules on what they can have there and can't have there, but they get to profit off of it, and they don't pay for it, is what I'm saying. The YMCA doesn't pay a dime for that building. The city pays the utilities. They pay $1 a year rent or whatever it is. I'm just bringing it to light, and apparently she said I opened up a can of worms, so I hope nothing bad happens there. I wish them the best of luck, and I would love to work with them, but don't
these
tell me
are
I got my
facts.
facts wrong, because my facts are the facts. They spent $50,000 one year in utilities, the city.
Is the banquet hall at the golf course going to operate it in the same manner?
That was my issue for speaking at the council meeting, is this going to be the same way? I know the restaurant there is going to run it.
Right.
But is it going to be the same way? That's it. But if anything good came out of this,
Sons of Meriden.
your voice is heard at the council meeting. Because I talked about Tina at the downtown coffee shop with her problem with the hood that the fire was giving them problems with.
Right.
And, the next day, a couple of counselors went down there
But
to take a
certain
look
voices
at it.
are heard. Like the voices that always come up and clown and whine, I think they just disregard those because they know it's going to come up and it's the same whining.
Yeah.
We all know the players of those. I think if a regular citizen or a small business owner comes up every once in a while,
Yeah.
has a good point, that might raise some eyebrows.
Well, and I highly encourage going to your council meetings and the finance meetings and all
Why?
of that stuff, because you can get your voice heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was great that they went down to try and help Tina and find out what was the issue with the hood. That was great.
I discourage people from going to those events.
Why?
Seating is limited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, is that like the parking issue?
No, all the people go to the council meeting. All right, they go there, they stand there, and then they go home.
I would love to have like an open forum at the ballroom. I think we talked about this before. I would love to get the council and the mayor at the ballroom.
Good luck.
And we would do like a forum and let people ask, let them actually answer questions and stuff. The mayor did offer to come on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So if you want, I'm looking for questions to ask him, and I want to hit him up with every question that people want to ask. So email us at dirtylaundryct@gmail.com. Email us your questions, and also
To Kevin.
Yeah, and also let us know whether you want to remain anonymous or not, or whether it's okay to use your
Right.
name. But any question you want to ask the mayor about anything, and we're going to have him on in the next couple of weeks. He offered to come on, and I think that'll be great.
And if you want to remain anonymous, you have to PayPal us $10.
Yeah. No, but if you do want to be a sponsor, email us, dirtylaundryct@gmail.com. Who's this week's sponsor?
This week's sponsor is your toilet clogged?
My toilet?
Yeah, toilet.
No.
York Sewer and Drain. Based here in Meriden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you eat a lot of corn and you clog something up,
Yeah.
give them a call.
That's what they do all day long, just clean up doo-doo.
Yeah. Somebody has to do it.
York
Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and Drain.
Phone number is 203
Yeah.
887 2176.
Does that like spell out poop? It should, right?
Probably. That'd be awesome.
Oh, I hear the train. There it is. There's the train.
I don't think it stopped.
Huh?
I don't think it stopped.
No, it just went through. It's like we're going through Meriden. Don't stop. Lock the doors. All right. So the public workshop, that's Thursday, April 10th, Board of Ed from 7 to 9. And that's the 10-year plan. I urge everybody to go to that.
I'll be there.
Thursday, April 11th. And then we have our next art event, Thursday, April 25th. It's the last Thursday of every month, Renaissance at
Come
the
and check it
ballroom.
out.
This one's going to be a little bit different. We're
Why?
going to have, well, the last one we had a really great musician, Charlie Maring, who's also a photographer, and he's an
Painter.
artist. And I mean, there's nothing this guy can't do. And he sounded great here. The next one, I want to concentrate a little bit more on fashion. I really want to get all types of art.
Great.
So I'm going to have a little bit of fashion going on. Hopefully we're going to have a dancer that's going to be dancing. Not a stripper, a dancer. And again, there's a bunch of artists that we're working on trying to get in there to showcase their artwork. So that is Thursday, April 25th from 7 to 11 at the ballroom.
Fun.
And then Saturday, May 4th, the First Congregational Church right here on Colony Street. It's their 115th anniversary.
Congrats.
They're going to have a breakfast. You got to pay to go in, and they got all different types of auctions and stuff. It's 7:30 in the morning till 10:30, and then right after that, you can walk out the door, and they're going to have a spring pop-up market at the the vacant 24 Colony Street here that hasn't had any new stores move in the last almost 3 years.
Any update on that?
No, they're vacant.
A long time. How long has it been?
I don't know, almost 3 years now. I would think.
That's very odd. What about that chicken place? That chicken place moving across from the green?
No, there was supposed to be the gas station chicken. I was looking forward to that.
Right.
Listen to the sounds of Meriden. Listen to that. Let's just all soak this in. Hold on. Choo-choo train, fire, police.
That train didn't stop. So back to the chicken.
Yeah, no gas station chicken. It was supposed to be, what was it, New York Deli or something like that?
Yep.
I have no idea. I heard that it's like the tap room, the brewery that's been moving into 24 Colony for the last 3 years.
But I thought I read somewhere that some brewery is moving.
Well, I'll see it when I believe it.
You mean you'll believe it when you see it?
No.
A lot of deals are falling through in the Meriden.
Yeah, but I'm still rooting for Daryl to get his butt downtown.
Yeah.
I'm going to involve him on this Renaissance art event because I think he would love to be a part of it. Daryl from Iliano's, the best Vertellini's pizza I've ever had. Well, it's the only Vertellini's pizza I've ever had, but he made this was by far my favorite pizza from him was the Vertellini's pizza. I would just get it with extra cheese or extra mozz.
Yeah.
All right, so we did good, right?
We did well.
We covered a lot.
Yep.
Thank you, teacher. dirtylaundryct@gmail.com. Let us know what questions you want us to ask the mayor coming up in a couple of weeks. If you want to be a sponsor, find us on Facebook. And what else?
That's it.
That's it?
I think so.
All right, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.